Previously on the Canadian Rally Championship. After tough-to-swallow DNFs in round one, both Subaru Rally Team Canada and the Rockstar team put their seasons back on track with strong performances at the Rocky Mountain Rally.
So it was a team effort and no mistakes and just a great run.
I'm happy that we got the car here in one piece, and that's great points for the championship.
While Bruno Carré and Team Swap Shop extended their championship lead.
We're pretty happy about it.
Complicating the hunt for maximum points is the sudden maturity and speed of young gun Crazy Leo, fighting for his first ever national podium. Today, the series heats up as the crews make their way to New Richmond, Quebec, on the glorious Gaspé Peninsula. The former champions will have to up their game to catch Team Swap Shop for the points lead. Big air, big crowds, and big hopes await the teams on the hard-packed dirt roads of Rallye Baie de Chaleurs right now on TSN.
Hello, Canada. Vic Rauter along with TSN rally analyst Paul Chater. Here we are, Paul, on the Atlantic coast in New Richmond, Quebec. And yes, this is it. It's the big show, the Rallye Baie de Chaleurs, and some of the fastest roads, wildest jumps, and biggest spectator crowds in all of North America.
The rally fans will get plenty of entertainment as the teams cover 200 kilometers over 15 special stages. The key at Baie is to survive. These are some of the trickiest roads in the championship. The drivers and co-drivers will have to be at the top of their game just to make it to the finish.
And with the crowds cheering, the top teams are ready to do battle.
Well, this is probably one of the toughest events in the championship. It's really rough. The weather's always unpredictable, and the stages are really, really long.
It's an amazing rally here. It's a small community, and everybody likes rallying here.
I mean, this is the rally that has the biggest spectator turnout in North America. We got thousands of fans. Every corner's got people cheering, wearing the blue Subaru sweaters and T-shirts.
Sometimes you can hear people roar inside the car, especially when you go up in front of spectators. That's just amazing.
I am from New Richmond here, moved away 10 years ago, but a lot of people still know me around, and this is a really good event for us.
So it's all an excitement, and it's a nice weather today, so it's going to be a beautiful rally.
So here we go. The stages are ready. The spectators are geared up. They're excited, but one team is missing from the roll call.
The Team Rockstar Evo has been conspicuously absent since Antoine Lestage and Natalie Richard took it out for a brief shakedown run this morning.
Well, maybe he's calling to find out where it is. Well, here it is, but you know something? Crew Chief John Buffum nor Lestage look very happy, so what's up?
This morning, we just tried the car a little bit, make sure everything was okay. We broke something in the transmission that, fortunately, a part that we don't have. We have a lot of stuff, but that we did not have, and it was not possible to find that part here in New Richmond.
But help has come from Crazy Leo Erlichich.
Leo actually has two Subaru rally cars. One he brings as a recce car to events. Although his backup car hasn't been driven in anger in years, the crews are fighting against the clock to get it ready for Antoine.
I always thought that rallying is about helping other people, like share things, you know. Antoine always helped me a lot, so like by giving advice and things like that. So I had no problem when he asked. I didn't have to think about it for a second.
With only 2 hours until the start, Can-Jam, Rockstar, and even Team Subaru are all working together to convert Leo's old car into a rally racer.
Well, it shows what the rally community is. It's unbelievable. Would you see that in any other form of motorsport? I mean, one of the top competitors that is willing to help me so I can do the rally and score points, you know. And Leo is a very nice guy. I've always liked him. He's very passionate about rally like me, and so yeah, I really thank him.
It really is the great thing about rallying, everyone working together. The Canadian Rally Championship on TSN is brought to you by Subaru. Think, feel, drive Subaru. And by Yokohama Tires. Now, you've got control. Now, despite some last-minute teething problems with the new suspension, it's all sorted out. And with the help of arch rival Patrick Richard, Antoine Lestage and Natalie Richard make it to the start of the first stage. And now the challenge really begins.
As if dealing with some of the most demanding rally roads in the country wasn't a big enough mission, now Rockstar team has to deal with a totally unfamiliar car. The flat black STI was built before a lot of the trick go-fast bits that Lestage is used to became readily available. It requires a totally different driving style. There will be a steep learning curve before this team is up to speed.
And right here, look, Paul, going to school. Not the easiest learning curve, is it? And now on the line to start the Rally 2009's Canadian Rally Championship and Rallye Baie winner, Patrick Richard, Alan Ockwell, Subaru Rally Team Canada.
Richard and Ockwell never fail to draw the biggest cheers from the spectators here at Baie, but this year it isn't enough. Richard has been playing catch-up to Team Swap Shop since his DNF at the season opener, Rallye Baie. A win today is critical to ensure he has a chance to challenge Carré for the championship in the second half of the season.
We told you about the people. Just look at them. Now, he's not the only one eyeing a podium. So is crazy Leo Erlichich.
Can-Jam Motorsports hasn't just been crewing for Leo. They've been coaching him as well, and it's paying off. After blowing the lead at Paris-Neige in the last set of stages, he patiently drove to a solid 4th place in the disastrous conditions of the Rocky Mountain Rally. If he can maintain his composure, he has a chance to net his first national podium.
And look at this. If further coaching is required, then old school vet Sylvain Vincent is ready to teach the young gun a few tricks.
Vincent, who used to give the likes of Tom McGear and Frank Sprongel heartburn back in the day, is leading a ferocious 2-wheel drive battle here at Baie. Between Vincent, the Zedrel brothers, Peter Cochandrel, and Simon Degway, the teams will finish the Friday stages within 21 seconds. Amazing.
Leading the charge through the dust for Team Swap Shop is championship point leader Bruno Carré. Now he's trading seconds with fellow Subaru privateer Crazy Leo, though their approaches are very different.
Leo tries to match pace with the leaders while Bruno tries to run his own rally, but the field of front runners here at Baie is wide and deep, and guys like Mathieu Lestage don't need much of an opening to kick the door open. He can't forget fellow Team Swap Shop drivers like Mark Barassa and Craig Henderson either. There are no team orders at Swap Shop, and Henderson finished on the podium here last year. Henderson also added launch control and a different engine to his package, looking for that edge.
So, Paul, what you're saying is bottom line. With this many seriously competitive teams, nobody can predict how the podium will look. And proof is in the times. Less than a minute separates the top 7. Team Subaru leads with brothers Lestage hot on his heels, and Crazy Leo leads the Swap Shop trifecta into the night stages. When we come back, Lestage's learning curve proves steeper than expected.
In some areas, I'm slow. I'm not used to the gearbox. I'm not used to the car.
And the dust takes its toll.
It's pretty dusty out there. We just hit a wall of dust. We can't go any quicker.
When Rallye Baie Chaleurs continues here on TSN.
Hey, Mario.
Hey, what do you got in this thing?
16 valve, 2.4 liter engine, 200 horsepower, air conditioning.
32 valve, 3.5 liter engine, 650 horsepower, air conditioning.
Honda builds every IndyCar engine. It's our commitment to racing and engineering. The same engineering that goes into the all-new Civic, the official vehicle of the IZOD IndyCar Series.
Welcome back. Rallye Baie Chaleurs here on TSN. And after a quick service, Paul, to blow out some of the dust, the teams are right back at it, although the Rockstar team is struggling to learn this different car. Being first on the road, well, it can have an advantage here at Baie.
Yeah, that's right, Vic. The roads are very dry, meaning lots of dust, but leading the pack out into the woods will prevent Lestage from facing any of it. There's hardly any wind either, and the organizers have elected to go with 2-minute windows between the cars to give the dust a chance to clear. The top 5 cars get an extra minute on top of that.
And you better believe that Patrick Richard and Subaru Rally Team Canada will take every second it can get.
It isn't taking Richard long to eat up enough of that gap that he slams into an ever-thickening cloud of Lestage's dust, forcing him to slow down.
Look at this. The dust really is the great equalizer, and it's a challenge Crazy Leo seems to be facing very well.
While Lestage can't match Richard's pace while fighting an unfamiliar car, the clear roads are enough of an advantage that he's taking time on Leo and the rest of the field. He's already passed his brother Mathieu into second place. Leo, on the other hand, is steadily opening up the gap between himself and Bruno Carré, despite intermittent turbocharger problems. Carré still has his fellow Swap Shop teammates, Craig Henderson and Mark Barassa, right behind him.
And no matter what the running order, the fans, they love it. At service, though, there are challenges and different strategies.
It's pretty dusty out there, so it's pretty hard to see, but you know, we've been taking about 30 seconds on Antoine each stage, but as soon as we get that 30 seconds up, we just hit a wall of dust. We can't go any quicker, but otherwise it's going pretty good. You know, we want to try to build up a safe advantage, and you know, as much as we can, because like I said, this is a tough event, and anything can happen.
You know, when we started the rally today with this car, I said a top 5 would be great, and but in some areas I'm slow because I'm not used to the car, and I'm not used to the pattern of the gearbox. I'm missing shifts, and it's not easy, but the times are not too bad, I think, so I mean, it's okay. Considering the situation, I'm happy.
And Crazy Leo, well, he's go for the night stages too.
You know, we fixed the turbo issue. It works now. Works pretty good, so no problems with the car, just some dust and fun.
And Bruno Carré has a plan to keep it on the road and in the championship lead.
Tonight, what we're concentrating on is to be ahead of Craig so that we can be 5th and have 1 more minute for tomorrow. So that's our goal for tonight.
So as the flashbulbs pop and the spectators cheer, the teams have 2 more stages, nighttime, to position themselves for the road tomorrow. Richard Ockwell steadily opening up their lead, trying to lock up a dust-free lead position.
Despite growing confidence with Leo's backup car and the only clear view in the field, Antoine Lestage and Natalie Richard will lose more time with engine management gremlins. In the team's defense, they did basically assemble a whole rally car in 2 hours.
And that's all the opening Crazy Leo needs, taking time on both Antoine and Mathieu Lestage and opening up the gap between himself and Bruno Carré.
And while Carré manages to stay just ahead of Craig Henderson, being the only team member of Team Swap Shop to lock in a 3-minute dust window tomorrow, Simon Lausier edges in right behind Henderson.
But still leading the rally, Team Subaru flies across the finish, signaling an end to the Friday stages. Richard has the lead well in hand. Will start first on the road tomorrow. That's the key. Leo slides past both Antoine and Mathieu Lestage into second, while Carré follows in 5th. Henderson, Lausier round out the leaderboard. When we come back, a new day brings more drama.
We hit a bridge, end up in the woods.
Yeah, so we lost the rear brakes.
While Richard keeps his eyes on the prize.
I still gotta be careful. It's really dangerous out there, and it's a rough rally.
It's all coming up.
With so much racing going on in the world, you'd have to be a 4-headed monster to keep up with it all. Luckily, we have that. Join Peter Keene, Bill Wood, Errol Tucker, and their guest driver analysts each week for an opinionated look at the news coming out of the racing world. Remember, it's GoRacingTV.com for all your racing and video needs.
Welcome back. Vic Roder along with Paul Chater, and dawn breaks crisp and clear here in New Richmond for the start of day 2. The spectators, what do you expect? Out in force, lining the roads, ready to cheer on their heroes and their 4-wheeled ponies. And Paul's Subaru Rally Team Canada leads them all to the stages. They just had a perfect rally on day 1.
I'm happy to be first on the road. The car's running great. The Yokohama tires are fantastic, no flats, so it's a first for me here at Baie.
And with a commanding lead and clear roads ahead of them, Patrick Richard and Alan Ockwell look to be uncatchable.
For their sakes, Vic, you should knock on wood before saying that. Remember, this is a Beta Chaleurs. The only constant at this event is that the unexpected will happen. Remember, last year, Richard was sailing smoothly until the last 2 stages when bad luck resulted in consecutive tire punctures. It was a miracle he finished in one piece, let alone won the rally outright.
You know what? I do remember that. I don't know how they'll ever top jumping across the flying finish on 3 wheels. Now, here comes Crazy Leo. He can't catch Richard, but he's hoping to up his lead on Lestage and the rest of them.
Leo would love nothing more than to beat Richard on straight stage times, but if he tries, 2 things will happen. He'll risk having a crash, and Stuart Ho and the boys at Can Jam will deliver a serious verbal lashing. Better to play it safe.
Well, Bruno Carré still leads the charge for Team Swap Shop, and now that daylight has broken again, he's picking up the pace a little bit, obviously hoping to leave Henderson in his dust and catch Mathieu Lestage. But pushing can be risky business.
Just too much speed for that corner, and he tagged the bridge. This is where the spectators and marshals come to the rescue. Looks like they'll get him pushed out. Hope he hasn't lost too much time.
Yeah, the stuff timer stops at 36. It's got damage. Hopefully he'll be able to make it to service and they can straighten the wheels and pound out the dents.
Bruno's off gives Mathieu Lestage some breathing room while Carré was knocking on Mathieu's door. Mathieu was edging in on his big brother Antoine, tying him for 3rd by the end of stage 8. This battle between the 2 Lestage brothers would be short-lived, though. Mathieu's brakes are starting to fail, while Antoine and the Rockstar team thought they had cured the engine programming issues the night before, but the gremlins are back, causing the car to go into safe mode, limiting engine power. Over the next few stages, Antoine will fall farther behind his brother, losing places in the running order. It's a serious blow to their championship hopes.
And Paul, although the Lestage battle might have been short-lived, the fight for two-wheel drive heating up, and it's starting to take its toll on the equipment. Dubé is out with a roll. Cochandrel is out with suspension failure. And Vincent is struggling with driveline issues, allowing the Zedrel brothers to slide into the lead. And so, with two of the longest stages of the rally to go, the running order has been shaken up. Matthew Lestage's brake failure costs him third to Carré. Antoine's computer troubles drop him to seventh, behind Henderson and Lozier. And as for Richard, well, he can't let his guard down.
I mean, the plan is simple. Just keep driving like we have been. I mean, the Subaru's been totally reliable. And the new Yokohama tires have been fantastic. I still got to be careful. It's really dangerous out there, and it's a rough rally. And as we've seen, we had quite a few cars get flat tires, roll, and having mechanical problems. That's the nature of the Baie. So I still want to keep our lead, and I still got to be careful. But at the same time, I'm having fun.
With brake failure, Mathieu Lestage is having much less fun.
Yeah, so we lost the brake, the rear brakes, so it's very difficult to drive without braking. So we have a little bit of brake, but I think we lost a little bit of time. But it was a surprise for me to see that it's not a lot of seconds lost, so it's not too bad.
While Team Swap Shop has some work to do on their lead driver's car.
We hit a bridge, actually the side rail of the bridge. End up in the woods. We've been able to get out of there. So I think we limited the damage, but it cost us a few minutes.
And the two-wheel drive fight is taking its toll on the cars.
Well, it's going. The two-wheel drive, I think 45 seconds so far from the last service. A couple bolts, cracked frame here a little bit, I just noticed. It'll hold together till the end though.
We had a little problems with our driving shaft. So we're costing a bit of time, and we hope to finish, but we'll try hard, because you never know in the end when anything can happen.
Ah yes, the mantra of Rallye Baie de Chaleurs. Anything can happen. And it is the run to the flying finish where it usually comes true. It is the final push to the podium at Rallye Baie de Chaleurs, here on Canada's Sports Leader, as we roll on TSN.
State your desires.
Speed, adrenaline, competition.
Calculating. Result in 3, 2, 1. The National Auto Sports Association. Start here.
Welcome back to Rallye Baie de Chaleurs here on TSN, and still first on the road and leading by over 3 minutes. Patrick Richard takes to the line to start the last section. The Canadian Rally Championship on TSN is brought to you by Subaru. Think, feel, drive Subaru. Subaru Rally Team Canada will lead the field out for the last section, Paul, consisting of 2 passes across the longest and toughest stage of the rally, ending in that famous jump.
There will be thousands of fans there to see the cars literally fly across the finish line. But to get there, Richard and the rest will have to face 2 runs totaling almost 50 kilometers a stage. Fast times from Team Subaru, certainty, but a single mistake could cost Richard his lead or more. He'd be wise to play it safe.
And what else would you expect? Not content to cruise, Richard and Ockwell shatter the previously held stage record by 18 seconds. What a run, Pat!
Team Rockstar has finally cured the car of computer problems, but they're not out of bad luck yet. A flat will cost them even more time, dropping them yet another place.
And that is bad news, Paul, for their championship hopes. They need as many points as they can to stay in the game. Now, while Lestage struggles, Crazy Leo Erlichich has entrenched himself in the number 2 spot, losing barely a second per kilometer to Richard's pace. Crazy Leo won't be able to call himself crazy, though, much longer. This is proper, mature, cool-headed driving from the Subaru Privateer. The podium is within reach for this young driver.
Although the team got it sorted out at service, Mathieu Lestage lost a lot of time with the brake troubles, and Craig Henderson is now only 1 second behind him.
Over small crest.
Uh-oh, and it sounds like he's got more troubles.
Yeah, the left rear tire is shredded, and with 17 of 24 kilometers to go on this stage, they'll have to change it.
And, Paul, that will cost the younger Lestage minutes in time lost, so both his older brother Antoine and Subaru privateer Hugo de Grenier will move up the order. De Grenier, well, he has played it safe to this point, putting himself in position to take advantage if anybody else has bad luck.
Trailing Mathieu Lestage by only a second, Craig Henderson and Lynn Murphy quickly pass Mathieu into fourth. Although Henderson will try to close the 30-second gap to swap shop teammate Bruno Carré, Bruno will hold him off to the finish while the third member of Team Swap Shop, Marc Bourassa, DNF'd with a roll on stage 10. Henderson will have to settle for fourth place, but it still keeps him right in the thick of the season points battle. Approaching the spectator line flying finish, Bruno will take third place overall, maintaining his lead in the championship, and listen to the crowd.
Watch this. Oh, goodness. The Zedrel brothers managed to hold off Sylvain Vincent to finish, taking top honors in two-wheel drive.
And here comes Patrick Richard on his second pass.
And I'll bet he's trying to beat the stage record that he just set.
We'll see at the split here how he's doing compared to his last run.
Wow, 4K to go, and he shaved another 12 seconds. Now, we've seen this before from Richard, and it just isn't enough for him to cruise. He's got to always push, always push, always push, always looking for a record. Richard Ockwell have hit the apex and have rolled it.
Looks like Richard just cut the apex a little too close, and he turned the embankment into a ramp.
And now watch from on board, Paul. It's clear that all that safety equipment works so very well. They trust it, but their rally is well and truly wrecked.
Well, it looks like they haven't given up entirely. They're trying to get the car back on its wheels.
Remember, they had a 3-minute lead going into these final stages. And they've got it, Paul. We've only got 4K to go, and if they can get it fired up, they've got a fighting chance.
The car's a mess. Wrecked suspension, smashed bodywork, no coolant. It'll be a miracle just to get it to the finish line.
Look at this. They are off. 4K, fastest roads in Rally to go. Ockwell can't possibly see a thing.
Ockwell's judging the route by the G-forces he's feeling. A turn 5 feels different from a 4 or a 3.
Come on, boys.
Crazy Leo isn't that far behind, and Richard just lost a huge amount of time. It's going to be very, very close.
And Leo sets the time to beat 2:01:22.
Richard hasn't let up any, right on the edge of control.
Needing every second he can get put to the floor, on fire to the end. Here he comes, and he's done it. Richard wins the Rallye Baie de Chaleurs. What a finish. How right he is. Patrick Richard makes it 2 in a row at Rallye Baie de Chaleurs, while Crazy Leo earns his first national podium. Carré rounds out the podium, and the Rockstar team collects 6th in points. And sometimes it isn't pretty, but any way you take it, a win is sweet.
It looks like Subaru Rally Team Canada has a little work to do before the next event.
Well, I'm embarrassed.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself, Pat. The win bumps him up right behind Carré in the championship within striking distance of the lead. Henderson and Lestage are hot on their heels, too.
Carré's consistency has netted him a podium at every event so far this year.
Yeah, pretty happy about it. I think we're getting to like that champagne taste, so it's pretty fun. We're still ahead of championship, so we're very happy of the day, and we were lucky. So it's good. But I think Pat has been lucky, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Banged up and burned. That bright blue Subaru is a winner again.
A win's a win, but I don't really like this one. But I got to give credit to the guys in the Subaru and Yokohama. All their products performed fantastic. The car's been ultra reliable. Our tires were great, and my guys have been doing a fantastic job keeping the car together. Now it's just up to me to do that same job back for them.
And Stuart Ho and the boys at Can Jam, well, they have to be proud of their driver.
Yes, first ever national podium. I love it. It was an amazing rally, great roads, great drive, and last stage we were 7 seconds quicker than ourselves in the first pass, but I didn't have a single moment. It was very nice and clean. Not too fast, but we kept on the road. I'm very happy.
And now as the champagne flows, the fans cheering, the team celebrating, What a rally. Rallye Baie de Chaleurs. What a success. And this is what rallying is all about. Now, for Paul Chater and our entire crew, thank you for joining us. The Canadian Rally Championship. What a race on TSN.